Now let's talk about this girl. Now y'all know I have recently. Well, I don't want to say I've joined Team Kenya. I've just I understand Kenya now. Okay, I get it. And I'm liking Kenya more, especially in this last season. Now you were a little boring on the reunion. I was a little shocked by your little. I was a little shocked by you, girl. But but if you guys remember, this article came out on Radar Online. Called Miss Lisa Stat, right? Call Miss, where's Miss Lisa? Okay. Real Housewives of it. This came out from Radar Online. So Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore will be forced to see with her soon to be ex-husband Marc Daly after being ordered to try and hash out their differences privately, according to Radar Online. The decision comes only weeks after Marc accused Kenya of breaching their custody deal in their nasty divorce. According to court documents obtained by Radar Online, the exes have been informed they are required to appear for an October 6th mediation. The judge noted that the appearance and participation of all parties is required at the scheduled mediation session. However, Marc, who lives in New York, could appear via telephone if his lawyer appears in the Georgia court. Now, here's where I have a problem with. Why can't you fly over there, girl? Why can't you fly to Georgia? You barely see your son, your daughter anyway. Cute little Brooklyn. Brooklyn is adorable. When I tell you Brooklyn is one of the most adorable babies I've ever seen in my entire life, she is absolutely adorable. One of the best things Kenya Moore has done to this world. Absolutely adorable. One of her greatest accomplishments. I'm sure she believes that. That she is just an adorable little girl. And she's so damn hilarious. She needs her own show, personally. Shout out to you, Bravo. How about you do that? How about you give Brooklyn a show? Anywho. But I just feel like if you barely are seeing your child, allegedly, barely seeing your child anyway, why can't you just go down there anyway? Whatever. Loopholes. You know how it is. So it continues, says the judge said it appears that in the interest of the parties to try and resolve their issues by attending another mediation, the past mediation ended with Marc accusing Kenya of refusing to execute a partial settlement they reached. She denied the deal was never finalized. The two were supposed to have a trial in their divorce, but it has been held. Excuse me. It has been held up. The judge now wants them to try to mediate before the trial takes place. As Radar Online first reported in July, Daly asked the court to find Moore in contempt of court for allegedly violating a court order when she allowed their 4-year-old daughter to be near a fight on RHOA, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Moore has primary custody of their 4-year-old, with Daly having visitation. As part of their previous custody battle prior to the divorce, Daly tried to keep their daughter on the Bravo show. Keep the daughter from the Bravo show? I think so, yeah. Moore opposed the request, claiming her contract with RHOA, Real Housewives of Atlanta, required her to share all aspects of her life on the show. The judge ended up siding with the reality star and ordered Brooklyn can appear on the show. He noted that there was no evidence that Moore would put their daughter in any inappropriate situations. However, the judge did rule that Kenya shall notify Marc of any opportunity where the minor child will appear on camera and shall advise Marc of the content of the appearance. The minor child will only be involved in opportunities that are age appropriate. Daly argued Moore let Brooklyn be near her co-star Marlo Hampton when she attempted to kick down Moore's hotel door. The child was sleeping inside the room when Hampton went off. The scene was featured on a recent episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. He also claimed Moore filmed a pizza commercial without informing him of the deal. In addition, Daly said that Moore refused to cooperate with in-person visits. He said he has only talked to Brooklyn twice in June, despite his repeated requests for FaceTime calls. So here's my issue. Yes, she is. She mad because her slip was showing on Real R&B Divas. Uh, um, yeah, Jonesy, she's slip was hanging low when Marlo was kicking the door and Brooklyn was there or something like that. That's what the fight was about. Allegedly, I didn't see it. Now I saw that episode. I saw every episode. However, um, Kenya did come out later on. I think it was on Watch What Happens Live or some interview and said that Brooklyn didn't even hear what was going on. She was, asleep and she didn't even hear and know what that incident even occurred. Even though Kenya was and Marlo was pretty loud, I don't think that Brooklyn even heard that. I don't think, and this goes to further show how diabolical Marlo is because you know that Brooklyn was there and you did that anyway knowing what was going on between you and Mark. That's why I personally, this is why I put two and two together, okay? That's why I think that Kenya served Marlo because, and this is why I believe that Marlo was in cahoots with Mark back in way back when Kenya was talking about that you were contacting them. You see what I'm saying? I see you, Marlo, because you that type of girl. You are evil. You an evil girl. I don't put nothing past Marlo Hampton. Nothing. But anyway, Moore fired back at the allegations. She claimed to have notified her ex about the pizza ad in regard to the Hampton incident. She said Brooklyn was asleep and never was aware of the incident. See? She refuted Daly's claim she was blocking him from communicating with their child. Quote, this is from Moore's lawyer. Mother and father had established scheduled time daily to call the child. In an attempt to create issues, father began to erratically change the times that he wanted to call on a whim. He did this for the purpose of attempting to create an issue. Mother has implored father to be consistent with his calls, which he refuses to do. Nevertheless, father has been random in his behavior and unwilling to stick to the established schedule, her motion read. Moore accused Daly of having seen his child twice in 2 years. She said the 2 times he did was because she flew Brooklyn out to New York herself. In his failed attempt, this is her the statement again. In his failed attempt to have this court and the public believe otherwise, the evidence will show that father is simply a FaceTime father who is inconsistent with even talking to his child at best. Ooh, girl. That was a read, Kenya. You had your lawyer read. Bring Portia just to whip a bar. Honey, I just want Portia to come back. Just to lay hands on Marlo, just to give her a good old hug, just to wrap her arms around her neck, and give her a womanly embrace. This is stupid. Brooklyn is the one who loses. Exactly. That's what I was gonna say at the end of the day. At the end of the day, neither Kenya or Mark is winning in this because this is affecting Brooklyn overall. And whoever, regardless of who's trying to prove who's innocent or whoever, I don't care because I personally I kind of believe Kenya. But even if Kenya is a lying mess, you're still affecting this child. At the end of the day, Brooklyn is the one that is feeling all of this. Poor Brooklyn. Let's pray for Brooklyn. Can we send some positive vibes to Brooklyn? I mean, was the D that good, Kenya? And Mark, what is your problem? What is your malfunction? This is a mess. Y'all need to fix it.